Say sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma friends, when it comes to Buddha's teaching, this you must know just having teaching itself doesn't mean we all going to get the the purpose of the Dhamma. So the purpose of the Dhamma or even the purpose of the Buddha is giving you self-realization. But when it comes to the Dhamma today, it's kind of like a fashion and the sutras. And rather than understanding the sutra, rather than reading the sutras, there are traditions. They keep the sutra only to worship. And they keep the sutras thinking about that sutra going to protect you. And sometimes you may see in the people that put the sutras like tattoos in their bodies, thinking this unseen, this invisible negative powers can block by that sutras. And there are some traditions, even they don't want to read the sutra. They're afraid to read the sutra and understand what it is. They say, no, 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 it is not our responsibility. Don't read the sutra because you cannot understand it. So like that, when it comes to Buddha's teaching, people behave in a different ways with the teachings. But this samatha and vipassana in this Theravada tradition, the samatha and vipassana that we carry, this technique and these teachings, rather than using the word called technique, it's conventional use. But these teachings help us to get into the path and go into the path, dig into the path and go with it and recognize the yourself. What is this life? Who I am? What I am? What is happening? What is this world mean? It's give very clear understanding. That clarity will help you to understand how things come to be as they are around you. So that is how this path go. Otherwise, this is not a kind of believing. This is not a kind of something to worship. This is not something to afraid going to it. So then you have to be very clear. It is a kind of, you go with the practice and understanding, go with the practice and understanding little by little. So then the important part, you have to be comfortable with the path. Because if you have the fear and unnecessary respect and unnecessary kind of like believing, it is very difficult to get into the bottom. So of course you have the respect, because when you see the truth, naturally the respect going to be there. When you see the truth, of course the protection going to come towards you. So that's how it is happening. Somehow when it comes to this practice, what it mainly does, so there is a certain responsibility ourselves, get out of the pain within our own life. It is a self-responsibility. Get out of your pain, get out of your fear, get out of the unnecessary unsatisfaction that go with you. It is very necessary. It is best for you, it is best for your family, it is best for your world, it is best for your entire humanity. When you get out of your own shit, you know what is happening, everybody going to become clean. Otherwise what will happen? If you don't want to get out of your pain, if you don't want to get out of your dirt, if you don't want to get out of the shit that you carry, what will happen? The most difficult part, it is forget about you, because maybe you become comfortable with it. But the most dangerous thing and the most sad, unhappy part of the story is, take this very carefully. It is really happening around us. You're going to give your pain, your dirt, your shit to others. It happens everywhere. That is one of the most painful thing. And sometimes your loved ones, your husband, wife, children, your parents, your family members, innocent people, if you don't clean yourself because of your dirt, they're going to have very painful life. So then it is yourself to take care of that, rather than making it more worst, making it more worst. When you have some little dirt in yourself, you multiply it everywhere. You touching whatever you touch, whatever, wherever around you, everywhere it goes. So then you have to look. So the meditation is a way you have the self-respect to clean yourself a little bit, because you don't need to do because the clarity inside you, remember that we all have that clarity. In different way it say because in the Abhidhamma there are 4 parts: Chitta, Chaitasika, Rupa, Nibbana. So the Chitta means the mind, Chaitasika means the thought, Rupa means the forms, or this all the name and forms both, and the last part is the Nibbana. It is inherent. When you take out the Chitta, Chaitasika, name and forms, and then what happening? The Nibbana is there. So it is there, the clarity within yourself. Only thing is, why you carry dirt? Why you carry unnecessary pain? Because it creates fear. When you have the fear, it invites a lot of unnecessary things to deeper in your heart. Personally, about yourself, just think a little bit. There are certain fears. Even the so sad thing is, there are a lot of people have the fear. They don't want to look into within themselves. They're afraid. No. Even there are some people, they cannot close their eyes just for a moment. And forget about what's the point closing eyes. So, but they don't even look into themselves and see who they are. And unknowingly what is happening wherever they go. And whatever the pain or whatever the fear that they carry within themselves, wherever they go, and it slowly spreading. That fear, that unhappiness, that sadness, that worry, that dirt, they spread everywhere. So the meditation is a method that you clean it. That's why it called cultivation. Bhavana. Bhaveti kusala dhamme aseveti vaddeti bhavana. So you cultivate your mind with the good practice, good things. And then all the dirt, you take out little by little, then the naturally, the clarity you find. Because the clarity is there. It's as example, it like this. You have a dirty cup. It's like your mind. So when you start to clean the cup itself clean. Only thing that you do, you slowly take out all the dirt. You bring up the clean, taking out the dirt. So then it doesn't matter how dirt the cup. But deeper itself, naturally itself, the cup is not dirty. Our mind the same. Everyone, this all human beings, same. Naturally, they have their mind is so pure, clean. But what happened through the culture, tradition, schooling, and then through the environment, families, this the mostly, through the education and brainwash. This everything is the whatever the good education. This is everything brainwash. A brainwash in a good way sometimes. It's like a schooling. Whoever create the subject syllabus, so who knows what is the purpose of that person giving the syllabus to a child? Okay, it should be like this, like this. So that means we condition that mind. So once we condition, we lose the very sense. But naturally we have. I give another analogy, just example. Okay. So in America, we follow the traffic lights. So whatever we follow according to that. There are some countries, they don't have traffic lights. They have roundabout, and then sometimes they don't have anything. But what they does, whoever comes first, they give that person to go. But sometimes if you go with the traffic light, you don't understand that. You have natural ability. So when in a traffic light, even there is no traffic light in the cross, when you cross the roads, and you look here and there, and whoever first, and you allow that person to go. It's very natural, very basic method. So first come, first go. So you just follow that. But the thing is, when you start to go with the traffic light, you lose that natural sense. Now you think everywhere, oh, traffic light. In case, if in case, just by mistake, or maybe for emergency, or maybe for defense, or something, in case, just imagine, if one person break that rule, see what happened to all other people. And they ask, oh, why this person crazy? Oh, what happened to that guy? He's crazy. So like, they say the crazy, not because thinking about he going to get into accident, or maybe because he break the rule, maybe that going to harm to him, like that. Because when somebody break the rule, deeper you get disturbed, and people knock the horn, and they go crazy. Why? Because not about that person, maybe because according to his point of view, maybe who knows that he see that he can make it happen. So it's like the fast drivers. Sometimes when you able to drive so slow, and you think that all these fast drivers going to get into accident sometimes. No, because they're speeding, because they can see, they know how to speed. But sometimes when somebody speed, you get disturbed, you get mad. Why? Because it disturbs you, because you cannot do that. Just think about it. Maybe you're not happy because somebody is speeding. Oh, he may going to get a ticket, with not with that compassion. Or maybe he going to get an accident, or not like that. Because maybe he see very clear, and maybe he's a good driver, and who knows, he's driving this racing cars or something like this. Who knows? We don't know. So maybe he see very clear the road, then that's why maybe he's speeding. Maybe he used to do that way. But ourselves, why we get disturbed? Because it disturbs us. So like that, what I'm trying to tell you, when we become conditioned with this, we lose our natural abilities to live. We have ability to live with any condition, with no matter what. We have natural we are like water. 70% our body is still the water, and even in the quantum physics, the most of 95% is empty. Forget about this all. This is empty. It's that even that the Buddha said that it is an illusion, there's nothing, but people don't want to know that. But when it come to through the machines and scientists says 95% empty, then people think, oh really, like that. But itself yourself, when you observe a little bit and look at your past, is what is that? It's all gone, same thing. But we cannot accept it. But in true nature of you, when you able to go into that true nature, what is happening? You going to connect to that dharma, because the dharma is the nature. It's very simple. So you go into that level and you get connect to dharma. It is not complicated, but the thing is, we condition our mind through many ways, and that's why you need to clean. It's like dirty. So otherwise, naturally, you have that ability. Naturally, it's kind of like you are in according to kind of like a Zen meditation or the Mahayana tradition. Naturally, you are a Buddha. Naturally, you are a Buddha. Only thing is you covered with all these demon ideas. So just little by little clean it. So then it is your responsibility to clean. Otherwise, what? The demon that in your head, it going to create demons and multiply demons and going to jump to others' head. And it creates the hell around you, because in your head, you don't clean the demons. So it is your responsibility then for you and behalf of others, and just try to get into clean. So it's like that. That's why it's like the cup. The cup itself clean. The itself that it's clean. Only when you take out the dirt, little by little, cup going to shine. Same like you. Do it. To do that, you have to have the compassion regarding you. That is my point. Without the compassion regarding you, you never going to clean yourself. So that's why in the very first layer, the generosity, dana. So the generosity is just not just giving something hand to hand. The best generosity is releasing, renunciation, giving freedom and find the freedom. So when it comes to that point, even to clean the cup, you have to have an idea regarding that cup. It's kind of like a generous idea to make that the cup, bring it to its original form. Otherwise, if you hate the cup, you're not going to clean it. But if you love the cup, what you do? You try to clean it. So same thing with everything. When you love, when you have the real compassion, when you have the real connection, when you really want to take care of yourself or others, you get into clean it. Even the house, materially, whatever. If you hate that place, if you don't like that place, you allow that place to be dirty. You allow that cup to be dirty. You allow that people to be suffer. You wish for their suffering when you have the hate. But the very first thing, that becoming generous with the loving kindness mean it is not giving something hand to hand. Freedom. Find the freedom. So yourself, getting to your original form, getting to your origin, that becoming very organic being yourself is the best gift that you can give to yourself. So allowing somebody to be really who they are, become that, giving that gift to them is the real generosity that you can practice yourself. So then cleaning yourself is the best gift that you can give to yourself. And when you become clean yourself, other people become free from your dirt, from your shit, because they're not going to get that from you. So that is the best gift that you can give. Look how it works. And then when you want to clean the cup, when you want to get out of your dirt, shit, so what you have to do? You cannot just do whatever you want. You have to follow necessary protocol. You have to follow necessary method, even just a cup. So you have to use right kind of the cleaning powder, dishwash, and you have to use right kind of brush. Otherwise, the even though you have the idea, it's not going to work. So the same thing, you have to use the right method. That is called discipline. Using the right method, using the right amount of water and right kind of cleaning powder and right kind of brush to clean it and right kind of way to apply it. Look, that's all come to discipline. When you come to meditation, or you want to practice meditation a little bit, you're going to get into your clarity. It's not you can lying down and in a kind of like a sofa or bed and moving yourself here and there. You cannot do that. So that's why there's a kind of discipline. Keep your back straight and relax your body, keep clean yourself. And so that is a discipline. That's a method that you follow. Otherwise, it not need or to practice meditation exactly. You have to keep your body straight. Not like that. But to get into this, to clean yourself, you have to follow certain method. So you just follow it. You don't need to attach to that. You just follow it because that is the way to get into that. That's it. So like Venerable Ananda, Buddha's great disciples, and he attained to enlightenment, even not in lying down, even not his body straight. And some monks attain to enlightenment while walking, when they have the walking meditation. So like that, it happened in different ways. If you come to an idea or to attain to enlightenment, your body should be straight, that is wrong. So you have to understand the same thing with the discipline. All the disciplines that you have to follow to get into the place. Once you get into the place, you don't need that. It's like you follow all this road and the traffic lights, traffic rules, that everything until you come to the home or your destination. Once you go to your destination, you don't need that rules. You become free from that. So the discipline is something try to take you to certain level. Once you go there, there's nothing to do discipline. But to get into that, you have to follow. Otherwise, you may get into accident. You cannot go into that. So same thing in your mind also. When you practice, when you want to get clean, you have to follow a certain method. That's why we come to breathing and we follow breathing or loving kindness meditation or whatever the meditation you practice, you stay with it and keep going and keep implementation. And so consistency, you keep going with that little by little, using your effort. But certain time you become free from that all. But in the beginning, you have to keep going. Why? Otherwise, because you cannot clean it. So that's why this is a process yourself. And step by step, you get into that. And that is called sila. So discipline. So the first one, generosity, and the next one, the sila. So the generosity, you have the generous ideas to become free. The discipline is the right protocol or the right method, the system that you follow to get into that. And dana, the dana, sila, and the bhavana. The next one is the meditation. So the bhavana itself means cultivation of the mind and opening it, allow it to grow. So when it comes to that opening mind, so that's why we go to the vipassana level and observe deeply and recognize exactly how things come to be as they are without adding our comments or having our own opinion regarding it. That's mean you get out of the self-centered view. So today I'm going to teach you what is this self-centered view. Self-centered view is this. It is not a kind of like a magic word or very difficult thing. Just listen this very carefully. Self-view means this. So you see something in front of you. So you see this in front of you. So then this the bottle, and then it come to your eye, and then with this the physical eye, it create the contact and happen the so contact happen, then with that the eye consciousness arise. So once the eye consciousness arise, so this outside layer just finished, done. The bottle appear, and because of the light and this, so this have the four elements and so then it come to your eye perception, and then it contact with this physical eye, and as a result of that eye consciousness arise. So now from there icons, once this it gives you the feeling. It is so sharp and subtle. So they give the feeling, and because of that feeling, sensations arise, and as a result of that, formations arise. Formations mean thoughts related with the bottle that you learn from the past. And according to that, consciousness arise, understanding. So this all go. So then self-view mean this. You saw this for the first time. So then feeling, sensation, formation, consciousness. And the consciousness getting to thoughts. And then there is a separate that the connection going with the consciousness and the formation. Anymore that you don't see this word, the connection, you don't care. So you go always with the consciousness and the mental formation, sanskara. Even you close your eyes, you keep thinking, you keep thinking. And so even then you have the mind connection, and that mind connection also, and again it bring the feelings, and somehow the whatever the mental formations that you carry from the past, you become very limited to that rather than recognizing this. So you become very limited to your past experience rather than what is in front of you in the moment. That is what called self-view. So that can relate with me, my body, that your past views come as a result of your body, your name, your pain, your feelings, your consciousness. So this all included together. So, and then you go again and again with that. But forget about that, all the past. If you are able to get out of all the past and start to see in this very moment, that moment by moment, in this very moment, what is this? In that very moment, there is no that something coming from past experience and disturb to this happening. So that is self-view. So in the bhavana, that is what happened. We get out of the self-view. So when you are able to get out of the self-view, each and every moment you're going to see how things come to be as they are in that very moment, as it is. So maybe somebody did something wrong yesterday, it's completely wrong. But today, that person doing something good. So what is happening to us when we go with the self-view, that we already conditioned with the yesterday what happened, and we think this person bad. And then even that person do something good today, you don't see it today. Out of that good, you still experience the bad. So same thing happening every day with everything, even ourselves, even our own experience, we don't see how our own consciousness change. So it's like glue, and then we stuck with it. And then again and again, again and again, it's like a Velcro. So whatever touch is stuck with it, stuck with it. Then it go like that. So through the bhavana, you come out of it. So dana, sila, bhavana, generosity, discipline, and meditation. So that way you purify yourself, getting to the origin of you. So it is a method. What is the origin? Not whoever you're going to recognize deeply, there is somebody inherent. The very origin is all of us. Everything in this universe, moment by moment, everything changes. That is the final point. Once you get into that, you're not going to have the solid awareness or the solid kind of any name or form within yourself. And that is where you become free from everything. So there was a very arrogant, very proud man in a society. So one day he visited the temple, and the monk was practicing meditation, and he was trying to get into argument with monk and telling, I don't believe this anything. So like that. And monk was listening to him, and there were some other devotees around that, and he want to show off himself. He's blaming and telling things. And then finally he came to a point to tell to this monk, you are kind of like a pile of dirty, dry shit. And the monk smiled and told, I appreciate that you are kind. Then this person asked, what do you think about me? And the monk looked at him and told, I really appreciate that. And I think you are kind of like a Buddha. The monk was, this person was so proud himself in front of others, this monk, and telling kind of he's like a Buddha. And he thought he's so wise. So somehow he went home and told his wife, you know what happened today? I went to temple and I had a conversation with the monk in front of all. I told him he's kind of like a pile of dry shit. So the wife asked, what? What the monk told? No, he just smiled, and you know what happened? He told about me. So wife asked what? He told, I'm like a Buddha. So then wife laughed and told, how idiot you are. So the husband was shocked and asked, why? Why you say like that? Because that monk told, you are like a Buddha, because in his heart he see the Buddha. And why you said him kind of like a pile of dry shit? Because in your heart you see always dry shit. So dear friends, same thing with us also. What is in our heart, we see around us that things. So that's why I mentioned today, it is your responsibility to get out of this all the dirt and keep the clarity. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ittavata chammi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idammi punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamunchatu. Bless you.